Sofia, hello.
Hello.
Welcome to the UK.
Thank you.
Have you been here before?
I've been here multiple times. Every time I come, I wish I had a British accent or some sort of. Oh, you guys just speak so beautifully.
That's too much. I'm from the north.
No,
I'd be very happy
it's
to hear that.
true. It's like, oh. But yes, I love
have
it
you
here.
done all the have you done all the touristy stuff, like the traditional
I have.
British stuff, like buying umbrellas, things just falling
Just
off.
box.
Things falling off chairs.
Yes.
Losing at football. Have you covered all this?
I haven't lost at football yet. I'm kidding. I have. I can't play football, first of all. But yes, London is one of my favorite cities in the world. So I've done a lot of the touristy things before, and I've been quite a bit this year because of work. So I'm happy every time I get to come.
Now, Adventures in Babysitting.
Yes.
It's the Disney Channel's 100th.
100th Disney movie.
I know. Congratulations
Thank
on the
you.
film.
Thank
For
you.
people who aren't familiar with the original, if you can call it that, but we'll come on
Yeah.
to that soon. What is the film about? What's the premise?
So Adventures in Babysitting is a reimagination of a film from the 80s, which was the classic, beloved hit in the 80s called Adventures in Babysitting. But our film follows two rival teenagers, Lola and Jenny, who go off into this crazy adventure in the city with 5 kids that they're babysitting, and they have to basically get home in time before the parents do, while everything that could possibly go wrong goes wrong. So it's the adventure of a lifetime.
Did you see the original? Because I was
did.
unfamiliar, and I've seen everything.
Right.
I grew up on the Goonies. I was
Yes.
familiar with 80s movies, but I didn't know until after I'd seen this that there was
interesting.
an original. But this is completely different. Did you
Yeah.
feel like a pressure? Were you a fan of the original when you came to
I am a
this?
fan of the original one. I felt more like it just felt more like an honor to be able to retell such a beautiful story that's kind of like a part of so many people's childhoods, and to bring it to a whole new generation of children and of teenagers. It's really, really exciting.
What I loved about this film is that, in a way, it sounds stupid to say about a
Yeah.
Disney film, things are quite fantastical, but it's also more realistic, because if you watch
Totally.
80s films, all the kids are like 45.
Yeah.
So at least in this, you have actual kids being kids. I felt more comfortable with that.
You're right. And also, babysitting is also a very normal thing. Like, it's a part of everyone's life. I've been babysat. I've babysat before. So it's just kind of like a magical babysitting experience, which we've all kind of wanted to have.
I was going to ask you about babysitting, because it's kind of different in the UK.
Yes.
I mean, there's a culture of babysitting or getting teenagers to come in and look after your kids
Yeah.
in the States.
Yes.
Here, I only remember getting looked after by maybe my grandparents.
Interesting.
And even now, no one lets me babysit kids.
Right.
Like dog sitting, I do a bit of, but then usually they hump your leg and you just let it go.
Right.
Do you babysit? Are you a babysitter?
I have. I babysat my cousins, more like family members I've babysat. So similar to you, I've babysat my sister and my cousins. But I haven't had any crazy adventures so far to tell.
Do people still let you babysit the kids after this film? Or one of the reasons you did this was to kind of get off the hook, because now they won't trust you with their children?
That would have been a great idea. I'm kidding. We'll find out. It just premiered in the States, so I'm going to see if I'll be able to ever babysit my cousins again. Hopefully they'll be able to differentiate between me and Lola. Or maybe they might prefer Lola, because Lola's much more fun than I am as a babysitter, I would say.
Yeah, but your kids are more likely to survive, I guess.
They are more likely to survive with me, yes. This is,
which is always a
questionable
bonus.
because I can't cook, so the fire is very possible. But so far, so good.
Now, you've already mentioned British accents. You like these accents.
Yes.
You do throw a curveball of a British accent into the movie whilst you're at a party. I won't give away too much, but you're trying to kind of get away with being at this fancy party. So
A
you're throwing.
socialite, yes.
Tell me about finding that accent then, because we hear a lot of this from the States, people trying these out, but you seem to nail it on the head.
Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Luckily, I have a few friends who are British, so I feel like being around the accent helps. And also, I worked with a dialect coach once that gave me a lot of references to listen to, and one of them was Emma Watson and the other was Keira Knightley. So I tried to kind of listen to them speak and try to imitate how they spoke.
One thing we never get in American movies, nobody ever does like a northern British accent. Or
It's true.
go
They want
around
the posh.
regions.
They want the posh accent.
It's always the posh accent. Have you
Yeah.
tried like a northern dialect?
I did actually. In the last film I shot in A Cinderella Story, at one point I also have a British accent. And I think of it in the movie when I'm in disguise, which you'll see. It's the movie that Hilary Duff starred in, so I'm going to be the next Cinderella. And in part of the film, I have a British accent, and at one point it goes really Cockney.
Nice.
For some reason.
Sort of like East End London.
Yeah.
Apples and pears.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
Have you tried, like, okay, if you did a northern accent, I'll give you a quintessential thing northern people say. Try and say meat and potato pie.
Meat and potato pie.
That's pretty close.
Really?
It got better towards the end as
Okay.
well. Pie's a very northern word.
Okay.
What about, have you tried Geordies
No,
from Newcastle, like
I don't.
northeast? They'd be like, "Go and fetch me a palm," or what's another thing? Why I? Have you tried that?
No, I don't even know what you're saying.
I think I'm offending people here. It would only go worse if you tried it.
Okay, good.